Jaya Jaya, Shivara Jaya here from vitalcoaching.com. We are talking about tantric coupling, and this topic for this video is mantras for tantric coupling free up. Okay, so there is a great mystery when we couple is that we tend to think that coupling is for life, right? We have this model that we prepare for a life together, prepare for a relationship, and then when a breakup hits, then everybody's like super surprised. Oh, I didn't expect that. Well, I've been in about a dozen long-term relationships in my life, and guess what happened at the end of each of them? It's a dissolution of the coupling vehicle. So I started shifting my perspective on this breakup. I now call it free up, which is way more interesting because it's the freeing of the coupling vehicle. And then what I noticed is that it becomes really an integral part of the relationship, of the coupling experience. And within the tantric field, within the tantric sphere, what we are doing is we are activating codes of transition or codes of free up. The thing that is really important here that I want to say is that the free up doesn't mean complete dissolution of the coupling vehicle. A free up can happen and some chunks or some aspects of the relationship need to go because they are outdated. It might be too much control, it might be certain patterns, it might be some aspects of your relationship which is out of integrity, things like that. And so the coupling experience has an egoic vehicle by itself. It means that you've got two egos, two personalities involved, and then there is an egoic vehicle or culture of what has been created through the interaction of two human beings. And so when there is a dissolution process that happens, this dissolution process can hit very specific aspects of the coupling experience, or it can be a full dissolution, which means that you transition to being in free flow and no longer being coupled. And again, it can be a transition where, for instance, you have an open relationship. It means that you start opening sexually in other directions with other people, or it might mean that you take a break. You might be in different countries, maybe for a few months, or you might take a break for even longer without planning on coming back together, but then eventually a cycle happens and eventually you recover and come back into each other's lives. So all those possibilities are open. What's really important is that you offer it to the tantric spirit, because there are forces at play over there that can understand your destiny line really well and see into your future, see into your past, and see if two people still align. So the next thing that is really important is that you can be in a relationship with somebody and have this amazing amount of beautiful energy and synchronicity and everything is going great and it should be working, but something is off. And this thing that is off is that the destiny lines are going in different directions. You can have great sex life, you can have everything that is happening in a coupling experience that you go like, this is fantastic. It can be the best that you have ever had, and still a transition might happen. And the reason why it happens is because the tantric process or the tantric evolution is dedicated to your awakening. And one of the things that is important with awakening is that you keep on evolving. So sinking into the comfort zone of a relationship, even if that relationship is exciting and so on, sometimes you need to enter certain temples by yourself. Okay, certain initiations that are coming to your life that are going to wake up you further into your own evolution need to happen by yourself. So if you are coupled, these initiations are being held back. And so the tension builds up because your spirit is getting restless, and then eventually you start having fights or tension or disagreements, or there is something that is out of balance until you release this coupling experience, and then that gives you the permission to move into the next step of your life. And this can happen to both partners or to just one partner. You can be coupled and really be entangled in this beautiful and connected relationship, and one of them needs to go through an initiation and leave the coupling vehicle. So those mantras that I'm actually going to give you in another video, that way the video won't be too long, those mantras, what they do is they activate the source codes within the tantric temple to activate these transition codes. Okay, what we mean by that is that it is part of the tantric temple. The free up process of your coupling experience is 100% part of the plan. It's not a mistake. The free up is not because you did something wrong, it's just because the relationship cycle or the coupling cycle comes to an end, at least in this form. As I was saying earlier, it doesn't mean the full dissolution, but it can mean a transition to another vehicle. Okay, I hope this makes sense. I will call this one Tantric Coupling Free Up Dynamics. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video to give you some of these beautiful mantras.